Greetings, welcome back to Black Bear News, where we're discussing climate change, about climate change, and things adjacent. And this is going to be very short. Um, this is from Climate Lab Book. I found this link on Twitter. If you'd like to follow me on Twitter, I'm at Black Bear News, the number one. You can follow me there. Um, so this is titled 2019 Years. The most common comment on the warming stripes visualizations. Thank you. Visualizations. I'm going to say that 14 more times. No, I won't. Is what happened before 1850. I'm glad you asked. We have a new reconstruction of global temperature going back to the year 1 AD, thanks to the work of the Pages 2K team. This reconstruction includes data from a wide variety of proxy records such as tree rings, cave deposits, corals, etc. The warming over the past 50 years is stark compared to the variations that have occurred naturally over the last 2,000 years. It is not normal. Again, when you're on denier sites or when you're on video platforms such as Tony Heller and other people, and they're like, yeah, they're trying to show you data that shows you different things, and it was warm before, and climate is always changing, and this isn't out of the ordinary. If you look at this graphic, this is way out of the ordinary. And also, when you're on those sites, they rarely give you sources for their material. And their explanations are what might be called cherry-picked, meaning that they've got one, example or one source, and they want to use that thing to debunk the entirety of climate science, which is not how it works. It might make you go, it might make you stop and pause and, perhaps have some skepticism. Sure, that's fine. Healthy skepticism is, totally encouraged. The thing is that when trying to prove whether something is false or true, you have to have evidence, and you have to have overwhelming evidence. Meaning you have to have more evidence that something is true, right, than the evidence that says that it's false. In the case of climate change or global warming, it is a gigantic mountain compared to a few particles of dust, which the deniers have. That's what the deniers have. They have a few particles of dust compared to a mountain, an entire mountain of evidence. You don't have anything. Anyways, let me just calm down. So the warming over the past 50 years is stark compared to the variations that have occurred naturally over the last 2,000 years. It is not normal. I don't know if we can blow this up or not. Doesn't really. There you go. So this is 2,000 years all the way across here. Doop boop boop doop boop doop doop. Ow! Then we get to here, which is the last 100 years. Gazoinks is, what you might hear in a Scooby-Doo cartoon. Yeah. Not good. Let's see. Let's go back to the article, because there's another graphic in here. We'll look at that too. The Pages 2K reconstruction also comes with the uncertainty estimates, and so it can be visualized in a more standard way with key relevant global events added, such as large volcanic eruptions, the Maunder solar minimum. That's also something that people like to talk about a lot. And historical dates of scientific discoveries. Well, let's look at this. We'll blow this up. So here you go. There's an eruption event. Here, the temperature actually goes down. Rabaul eruption, this goes down as well. The temperature goes down here. Medieval warm period. More eruption events. Little Ice Age, Maunder minimum here. Eruptions. So there was actually a little spike in temperature after the Maunder minimum started going up, and then we had the Tambora eruption, and temperature went down. Greenhouse effect discovered here, 1900, and modern warming discovered here, because it's quite a bit warmer. They, guys are sitting around going like, "Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? Is it a lot warmer, or is it me?" And then there's a little pause here. I don't know where that is. I don't have an. That's looking like 50s or 60s, I believe. They were actually saying so. There was a lot of excuse me, a lot of cool tech. Let me try and rephrase what I'm trying to say. There were a lot of record temperature lows, I believe, recorded in the 50s and 60s, and a lot of people think that this has to do, or scientists think this has to do with the fact that there was so much global dimming going on. There was so much carbon, like black carbon, because we didn't have, we just had super dirty carbon emissions up until the 70s when we started doing things to regulate emissions and started to try and clean up, the stuff that was going into the air. But before that, it was just getting pumped straight out of the air. There was just like widespread, full-scale pollution just being spewed. And because of this, there was a lot of black carbon in the air. There was, because of the dimming effect of all of this carbon in the air, the temperature actually plateaued for a bit or went down a little bit. And then wham, it just goes straight up. Straight up. Let's go back to the rest of this article. The data shows that the modern period is very different to what occurred in the past. The often quoted medieval warm period and the Little Ice Age are real phenomena, but small, within the range of fluctuation. Small compared to recent changes in this example, the reference period is 1850 to 1900, which is often used as an approximate pre-industrial level. The invention of the efficient steam engine in 1790 by James Watt kick-started the Industrial Revolution and our reliance on burning fossil fuels for energy. This has brought many benefits to humankind, but we are now experiencing the side effects of that development. Okay. So I'm going to link that below. You guys can check it out. We can file that under, yes, but we knew this. Thank you so much for your eyes, your ears, and your conscience. If you'd like to support this channel, you can do so at the links below. Until next time, peace.